This is the scandalous tale of the chief's bride price, where a forbidden love, a deadly secret, and a bride sold for survival unravel a truth that shocks an entire village. In the heart of Okwuta village, where the red soil remembers every secret and the wind whispers the names of the shamed, there lived a girl named Nkem, beautiful, bright-eyed, and born into debt. Her father, a king, a once proud farmer, had borrowed heavily during the dry season. Crops had failed, spirits had silenced the rain, and when the vultures came to collect, Chief Okafor offered a solution: the debt erased, in exchange for Nkem's hand in marriage. Chief Okafor was powerful, with cattle in his fields, gold on his wrists, and widows buried beneath his compound. He was 3 times Nkem's age and thrice as cruel. His first wife was said to have vanished after challenging him in public. His second, found dead in her sleep, with lips blackened like ash. And still, her father agreed. It is not about love, Ikeni told her. It is about survival. But Nkem had already given her heart to another, Obasi, the palm wine tapper's son. Poor, yes, but kind. His laughter softened her sorrows, and his touch promised something far sweeter than gold: freedom. They had met in secret by the riverside, where the banana trees curved like sheltering arms, and no one judged a kiss. There, he had sworn, "I will build you a home with mud if I must, but you will never sleep in a stranger's bed." Nkem wept the day the bride price was paid. Goats, yam sacks, and shiny naira notes laid at her father's feet. The village elders ululated with joy. To them, it was tradition, but to Nkem, it was betrayal, dressed in beads and blessings. The wedding was set for the full moon, but Nkem and Obasi had other plans. That night, under a canopy of stars and trembling leaves, they ran. Hand in hand, hearts thudding like talking drums, they slipped into the forbidden forest. There, near an ancient lover's shrine, they vowed themselves to each other with only the gods as witness. But in Okwuta, no secret stays buried long. Before dawn, they were found. Chief Okafor's guards descended like hyenas, dragging Obasi by the legs, striking him with clubs. Nkem screamed, throwing herself over him, but was yanked away. Her wrapper torn, her dignity shattered. She was paraded through the village like a captured thief. Children stared, women whispered, men jeered, and at the center of it all stood Chief Okafor, silent and smiling, a serpent basking in his revenge. "She is mine," he declared. "Let no man say otherwise." The next morning, the wedding began. Drums beat, palm wine flowed. Nkem was dressed in coral beads and forced smiles, but her eyes remained empty, twin pools of grief. As the priest raised his hand to bless the union, a sudden cry pierced the air. It was Mama Uduak, the oldest midwife in the village. Her body trembled, her voice cracked. "Stop this madness," she shouted, staggering forward. "Chief Okafor, you lie before the gods. You cannot marry this girl, for she is your own daughter." Silence, as heavy as thunder. Gasps rippled through the crowd. The priest froze. Nkem's knees buckled. The chief's face twisted. "Old woman, what do you say?" But she stood firm. "I was there 30 years ago. I held her mother as she bled in childbirth. You took her in secret, promised to care for her, then cast her away when she became pregnant. This girl is the fruit of that sin." He denied it. Of course, he did. But the village elders demanded truth. And when blood was drawn and tested in the old ways, the sacred drop on kola nut leaves, the spirits confirmed it. Chief Okafor fell to his knees. The great lion, now a man drowning in shame. "I did not know," he whispered. But the gods did not care. And neither did the people. The elders stripped him of his title that very day. His land seized, his staff broken. He was banished to the edge of the forest, where even birds refused to sing. As for Nukem, she was exiled for a moon cycle, a ritual of cleansing, not as punishment, but as protection. For to nearly marry your own blood is to invite a curse that lingers. She went into the hills with a healer. There, she learned to walk again with dignity, to speak without breaking, to forgive, not for them, but for herself. And when she returned, thinner, but unbroken, Obasi was there, waiting, with a carved gourd of wine and trembling hands. "I did not forget you," he said, "even when they beat me, even when they said you would never come back." And she, with a tired smile, replied, "They buried me alive, but I have risen." They married quietly, with no brass band, no price paid, just 2 rings of grass and the river as their witness. A wedding of the heart, not of debt. Years passed. They built a small home near the same shrine where they once fled. And every time the wind rustled the banana leaves, they remembered, love is not what you're given. In a world where power corrupts and traditions blind, it is the truth, however scandalous, that sets us free. And love, real love, never asks to be bought. Thank you for joining me on this unforgettable journey through love, betrayal, and truth. If you enjoyed this story and want more powerful African tales that stir the heart and spark the soul, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps keep our stories alive. Until next time, stay curious and stay connected to the roots.